where I saw a lot of mismanagement was turnovers and property management. I felt I have no control. I'm a big believer that long-term rentals is one of the best ways to build long-term wealth. Well, the problem with long-term rentals is it takes management, right? And often people don't invest in long-term management either because they can't find anything locally, or they are afraid how are they gonna manage, or they can't afford management company and numbers don't add up. So in this video, I'll walk you through and share with you how I actually went from having somebody manage my properties to managing myself, and what are some of the pros and cons so that you can decide if you want to self-manage or let somebody else manage your properties. So let's dive in. So what happened over the years, I was building my portfolio, and majority of my rentals are in Columbus, Ohio. And as I was building my rental portfolio, I had management company, and that managed company, it was great. At first, I really enjoyed working with them, most importantly because I was understanding the area, I was understanding the rules and how everything works. And at first, it was very helpful to have that trusted partner to educate me and support me and help me. But with over time, what I realized, there's lots of mismanagement, and most importantly, the math just did not add up. Some month I had to contribute funds to basically pay the bills for all these properties, and that did not sit right with me. So I started analyzing, okay, what is happening? And when I looked at the fees, it wasn't really a deal breaker, but where I saw a lot of mismanagement was turnovers and property management. I felt I have no control. I had no understanding what's going on. Every month I would receive statements, and it sounds so great, like make money while you sleep and money just comes to you. But the problem is you get whatever they give you. And I was looking at my statements and I just saw month after month, there were so many expenses, mainly maintenance and repairs, and there was zero accountability. There were no pictures. Okay, this is what was wrong, this is what we fixed, and these are the receipts. And I just felt that there was no transparency. And this is considered one of the best property management companies in the area. I'm not gonna mention the name of it. They did not have systems. And most importantly, when I reached out and tried to give some feedback and give them some advice, there was always pushback and reason why they couldn't do it. I'm an entrepreneur. I build systems. That's what I do. And I know what accountability looks like. I know what transparency looks like. So I was not getting that. And I was thinking long and hard if I want to take over these properties. And I'll tell you what made me decide to take over these properties. My wife and I, we also own short-term rental, and short-term rentals are actually way harder to manage. And we took over our short-term rental in Hawaii, and we actually created great success with short-term rentals where there's a lot of check-ins and checkouts and a lot of things can go wrong. We nailed the process. We created systems and processes, and we were very successful with that. It's like, well, if I can do that, I can definitely build systems and processes for my long-term properties. And now, about 6 months in, we are thriving. So here's what has happened since then, and you can see the pros and cons and decide if it makes sense for you to manage your properties, or if you're looking to invest in the future. Maybe this will give you confidence to move forward. And I really think that numbers will make sense for you if you self-manage. The reason I decided to self-manage, yes, profitability is important, cash flow is important to me, but the reason I want to take over is because I saw the opportunity as a business owner. I am all about building businesses, systems and processes. I will continuously invest in real estate, and I want to build a department within my company. And I don't have to even have a big team. As you probably know, I'm a big believer in hiring a lot of smart people overseas, specifically Philippines. They are affordable, they're hard worker, they're very, very smart. And I can build the entire team with the technology that we have today to manage all of that. But the only way for me to build that infrastructure is jumping in sooner than later and start figuring things out. Once I figure things out, I can build that machine, put the right people in the right seats, and keep growing that business. Because what I will do, I'll continuously buy real estate, whether it's short-term, commercial, or long-term. Mainly, I want to build tremendous wealth through long-term rentals. So when we took over the properties, what we noticed immediately, the first thing we noticed immediately, every single month, there was more money in our bank account. You might ask why? Well, number one, we saved money on our monthly fees. So there's fee that the management company charges anywhere from 7 to 15% on average. That's immediately in your pocket. But number two, which I already knew will happen, the maintenance charges and maintenance requests did not align what they were submitting. I'm not telling you that they lied to me. I don't really care at this point. But I found it strange. As soon as we change the management, I get like maybe 2 requests a month versus we had 4 to 5 requests per month. Very, very interesting. So those are the 2 things I noticed immediately. We saved a lot of money on those 2 things. Number 3, what we noticed, we started learning and understanding about properties a lot more. We knew exactly what's going on. We kept track of what's going on. So if you understand your properties a little better, you'll be better at management and taking care of your assets a little bit better. Because I believe if you take care of things in advance, they will last longer, there will be fewer complaints. And then number 4, we noticed we have happier tenants. We took care of things faster, we made it more personable, and therefore our tenants were much, much happier. Here are some of the other benefits that I experienced is increased knowledge. As I was managing these properties, I got better and smarter. I was building out my vendor list. I was learning how things work because again, this is one of the businesses I want to develop. I want to grow, and in order for me to develop and grow, I need to understand it. This is not something that I do full time. This is actually one of my side things that I'm doing as on top of my main business, on top of a YouTube channel, on top of all the other things I'm doing. And this is actually at early stages, but once it's all fully developed, we'll be able to grow so much faster with the right people in the right seat. But first, I have to understand what's going on, how this business works in every single aspect before I can train and put the right people in the right seats. Another thing what happened was lots of flexibility and control. We no longer had to wait for money to arrive and almost in the middle of the month. When people made payments within a few days, that money ended up in our bank account immediately instead of going to the property management, then property management to us. So that money immediately ended up in our bank account, and often when your bills are tight, you have that money immediately to pay all your other bills. So now you'll be wondering, okay, that's fantastic. I hear all these benefits, but you're still not sharing with me how are you managing these properties. The first thing you need great software. You do need to pick a software that you can scale with. And I think I'm a systems and processes guy. Do not use Excel spreadsheets or some other ways. Buy software that you can do everything with it, and that way you can get ready to scale even if it's your first property. I really seriously recommend invest because this software that I'm about to recommend is not that expensive. The software we decided to go with after doing tremendous research is called RentRedi. RentRedi. We'll put our affiliate link in the description. So if you sign up, I think you're gonna get some sort of bonus. We're gonna get a little reward as well. Win-win. But the reason I'm recommending A, I did research, B, it's very, very affordable, and C, it's very, very good. And they continuously keep improving. RentRedi is everything. You can sign leases. You can collect rent. I don't even take checks because I am thousands of miles away. We take checks online. They can submit maintenance requests. You can do everything and anything you need when it comes to managing your properties. Actually, almost more professional than your property management company with this simple software. Next, what you need is you need a trusted vendor list. So when we took over these properties, I flew out there, I inspected all the properties, I was overseeing painting and a lot of repairs. So when we took over properties, I wanted to know exactly where we are in the process and the quality of these assets. And while I was there, I was interviewing a lot of people, I was trying a lot of people out to see who will be good for plumbing, general handyman, electric, roofing. I found a lot of vendors and I built my vendor list. And the app I use is called Thumbtack. Thumbtack is fantastic to find good vendors. It's fantastic because it's fast. It's fantastic because you can read reviews. And if they have great reviews, most likely they are actually good. It's like Amazon or eBay, wherever you can write reviews. And I have not been disappointed with this software or this app. It's fantastic to find good vendors. So once you have your vendor list, that's it. You have your software, you have your vendor list. And the great thing is once you put a person, it doesn't have to be full-time. Once you put a person in, if you're too busy, like I am a CEO, you can put somebody in the seat and who can manage everything. Work order comes in, The person sends a text message to the vendor, or even better, you give your tenants direct access to your handyman. If the handyman cannot handle, they have a list of other people that they can outsource and say, hey, I cannot help you with this, and start a group text message with a tenant and a vendor. Say, hey, John will come out there today at 2 o'clock and repair whatever needs to be repaired. So you can automate a lot of things. Another app we use a lot is called Instacart. So for example, let's say you need a part of the property and the vendor goes there to repair, and they don't have that part. Instead of paying that vendor to go all the way to Home Depot and buy that part, they're gonna charge you, $65, $75 an hour. No, you just use Instacart, deliver that part to the house. When they arrive, the part is over there. They go in there, fix it, and voila, problem solved. That's exactly what we did for one of the properties. Faucet was broken. We ordered faucet in Instacart. It arrived. The vendor arrived, fixed it, and we saved so much money. It was so smooth. And those are the two apps I highly recommend to use is Instacart and Thumbtack. So RentRedi, Instacart, Thumbtack, and those three will do majority of what you need. I know this is a lot. There's also a video up here. I'll put somewhere a link you can watch on the benefits and exactly why I like RentRedi. So check that out. It's a fantastic tool and I think you're really gonna enjoy. But those are some of the benefits and reasons why we are such huge fan of self-managing long-term rental properties. I see the money in our bank account growing. We're not wasting as much money. Our relationships are getting better with our tenants, and we are building wealth and improving our profits and our revenue. Hey, before you go, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are growing rapidly and we'd love to welcome you to our community because we bring great videos on entrepreneurship and how to build wealth so you can create financial independence. There are other couple resources in the description. You can visit our profitup.com platform for more resources, and also our Thrive Funnel software if you're looking to grow your business and you're looking for a great CRM. There are many other tools that you can enjoy, so check out in the description, and I will see you in the next video.